Welcome to the Brand Bridge. My name is Melissa. I am the host of the Brand Bridge, and welcome to this episode about the signs that you're ready to level up your personal brand. So if you found this podcast, chances are you are wanting to know how to build your personal brand. You want to know how to get your name out there. You want to know how to build your business in a way that is compromise free and show up compromise free. So what do I mean by compromise free? I mean doing the things that you feel called to do in an aligned way. Making decisions based on your vision, based on your mission, and always to move forward, always to bring the momentum of moving forward. In this episode, we're going to talk about the signs that you're ready to level up your personal brand. I know that you are here to make an impact. I know that you are here to make an impact, and you have a calling. You have something on your heart that you really want to do, and you're doing it in your business. But maybe you're getting to a point where you've worked with clients, you've done, a few things, but now you're feeling like, what? I need to take my business, I need to take my brand to the next level. A lot of times when we first started our business in those the first 5 years, right? We're just trying to get to know essentially who we are. Something you're going to hear a lot, I'm going to say a lot on this podcast, is who you are is more important than what you do. And I think in the first 5 years of business, that's the point that you're coming to. That's the point that you are looking at. You're looking at you knowing who you are. Because let's face it, there are thousands of life coaches, there are thousands of business coaches, thousands of strategists and consultants and advisors and marketers and all these businesses. And it's not to say to minimize anything, but it's to say that what is the important piece in all of that? That's right, it's you. You are the important piece. When you started your business, it was for a very specific reason, and a reason that is close to you. That's why people start businesses, is because they have something on their heart. They have something that they know they are here to share with the world, or they are missing that thing that is so common. You've had a struggle. You've had something that you've needed, and it just wasn't out there. And so you thought, let me create it. Let me make it. And that's what we're here to do. We have been created to create. We have been created to build and to grow and to multiply and to help each other. So that's what we're going to do today. In this podcast, I'm going to list 3 signs that you're ready to level up your brand. So the first one is you don't feel connected to the content that you're making. So you feel like your content worked before, now it's not working, it doesn't make sense for where you see yourself going now, or you're not making content at all. You're just kind of like, well, I just don't know what I should be saying, don't know what I should be doing. This is where I want to go, but I don't know how to communicate that and articulate that in a way that makes sense for me and for my audience. And so that could be, and that is one of the first signs that you are ready to level up your business. You just don't feel connected anymore to what you're doing. And so your heart is telling you, hey, there is more than what you're doing. You're not saying the thing that you need to be saying in order to get to where you want to go, the vision that you have. So the second sign is that you have the same heart, but you need different positioning. You know that your heart is the same, like your vision is so clear. You can see yourself doing all of these things, but you know that you're just not positioned well for them. A lot of people that I've been talking to recently, clients and people that I'm speaking to about working with, podcasting, keynote speaking, presenting, and things of that nature are really on their heart to do. And so if you want to position yourself as a speaker, as an expert, there are just certain things that you need to put into place in order to position yourself well. So you might say, yes, my heart, I feel aligned to what I'm doing. I feel called to what I'm doing. But I just know that I need to position myself better. I need to position myself as an authority, and I need to get the visibility that is required for me to get to this next step. And visibility is only works when it's to the right audience. You don't want to be visible to the people that it doesn't make sense for you to be in front of. You want to be visible to the people that and the opportunities that are there for you and connect you to the vision that you have. Number 3 is it's not about what you do. It's about the solution that you're bringing. So you might be saying to yourself, Mel, I need to tell people what I do, because how are they supposed to know what I do if I don't tell them what I do? And so that makes sense, right? Like, I know what you're saying. I know people are probably like, make it make sense, but I'm gonna make it make sense right now. So when someone comes to you, it's because they have a problem and they need a solution. And if someone comes to a life coach and they have a problem, their problem is their family and their friends. They don't know how to put up those boundaries that are necessary. And so they have to go to someone that understands that struggle and knows how to overcome that struggle. They can't just go to any life coach because they call themselves a life coach. They want to go to someone who has the solution that they are looking for. They want to connect with someone who gets it. And I've seen people say this, I've heard people say this. I want to work with someone who gets it, who's been in the same boat or a similar boat to me, or at least has a similar perspective on how to get solutions. People want to know that you have the solution. So it's not about whatever you're going to call yourself. People have to know what you do. And there's a rule in branding. It's called 3-7-27. I'll get into it more in a different podcast. But essentially, it could take up to 27 times or more for people to kind of put the package together of your name, what you do, and the solution that you have. So people need to be exposed to you. You need to be visible to the right people in a consistent manner. So that's why it's more important that you communicate and you talk about what is your solution. It's good to talk about, you have to talk about your perspective. You have to talk about your story and your experience. This builds authority, this builds credibility, but you have to also talk about the solution that you're bringing, and not just to say, well, I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach to moms. I'm a life coach to women who are looking to live their best life. This is great, but people aren't going to remember that. People aren't going to remember the title that you've given yourself. People are going to remember, hey, Melissa has the solution that I need. Melissa has the solution to the fact that I don't know what my message is, what kind of content I'm supposed to be making, what kind of things am I supposed to be doing in my marketing to build my personal brand so that I can get opportunities, so I can be positioned well, so that my messaging is clicking with the right people. I need to see Melissa. People might not remember that I'm a personal brand and messaging strategist. That's what I do. But people are going to remember the solution, and they're going to remember, hey, you know what? She really sees past just what it is that I want to do, and she really sees my heart, and she sees that I really want to shine a light and walk strongly in my calling and make an impact. Those are the things that, for me personally, I want people to remember and to know about me. So, are you ready? Are you ready to build something bigger? Are you ready to know that your voice matters and that you have an impactful solution? Do you want to be the change maker and movement builder that you already know that you are? And you know you need content and messaging to be able to position yourself well for the right opportunities. Start by saying yes. Start by knowing that you have and you're being equipped to do the things that you have on your heart to do, to walk in the calling and the purpose that you have. So if any of those feel right, if any of those feel like, you know what, that is my issue, those are my issues, those are some of the things that I'm recognizing I need, those are some of the goals and the vision that you have, I'm going to give you one tip right now to see if you are aligned. If you're saying yes to all of those things, you need to get yourself a paper and a pen. I'm an advocate for paper and pen. And you need to write down, what is your vision? What is your goal? What is it that you want? What are the desires of your heart that you want to move towards? You need to write those down. Write that down. And then you're going to write the things that you're doing now to help you move towards that goal. What are the things that you're doing right now to help you move towards that goal, that mission, that vision that you have? And if you're going to write something like, I'm creating content, be more specific. What is your content about? If you're saying, I'm going to networking events, what kind of networking events are you going to? And is it aligned to the people that you want to be surrounded to? It's great to go to networking events and make connections with people, because the big thing that you're called to do, you need support. You need a community. You don't always need to hire this person and hire that person, but you need a community and you need help. And usually, yes, you will have to hire people at a certain point. But write down the things that you're doing right now to help you get towards that goal. And if you're saying, and if you do that and you're saying, you know what, I don't think I'm doing the right things, then feel free to book a call with me and let's partner together in order to get a plan together, get a strategy together, to help you get clarity on what your message is, what your messaging is, the words that you're going to use to connect to the audience you're trying to reach, and how to position yourself properly in your content, in your marketing, and let's do it together. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you could see yourself, and I want you to see yourself winning. One of the things that I'm learning about these days that I feel like God is showing me is about imagination, and just having that positive imagination, having those positive thoughts and thinking about the vision and the good things that you are going to do and the people that you are going to help with your business. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Email me if you have any questions, or if you have podcast ideas that you're like, you know what, I'd love to hear a podcast about this topic related to marketing, to entrepreneurship, to faith, to mindset, and we will talk about it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.